Where did I put the... Oh, so sorry. Didn't hear you come in. Welcome to the Black Veil. Please, make yourself comfortable. You can sit wherever you want. As you can see, it's pretty empty at the moment, so the place is yours. Never seen this place before? Really? Huh. Surprising, isn't it? How long have we been open? Goodness, that's a bloody good question. A very long time. Oh yes, more than a few years, that's for sure. You know this town like the back of your hand and never saw this bar. There's an explanation to it. Have you ever experienced this phenomenon where you only notice things in your everyday life that you really need at a certain point in time? For example, let's say one day you set your mind on buying a red car, and all of a sudden you only see red cars in the streets. Well, that's pretty much what's happening with this place. People notice it only when in dire need of it. What can you possibly need? That, dear stranger, is a question only you can answer. But I'll admit, I do have somewhat of an idea. But before I tell it to you, please take a seat. You'll be more comfortable than standing up. Now, this idea, or I should say, suspicion of mine concerning your presence here. Let's see if my intuition is still on point or not. You are stuck. You cannot move on. Something is preventing you from making progress, and it brings you an important amount of anxiety, restlessness. You feel incompetent, like an imposter, and slowly but surely, it eats you out alive. You cannot sleep, you cannot eat. Time either stretches out into infinity, giving you the impression of never-ending days, or on the contrary, it flies by so quickly, you do not feel it pass by. And from the look on your face, I would say that I fired straight. How do I know? I told you. Intuition, and I'm great at reading people. Pretty much like a book. The front and back covers tell me everything I need to know about someone. You don't think you can find what you're looking for here? Really? Well, I beg to differ. See, what you are after, essentially, is nothing more than inspiration, isn't it? To do what? Ah, please. I know a writer when I see one. Could have guessed even without talking to you. Again, you are as readable as the books you publish, dear author. And right now, you are in desperate need of an idea, of something to get you going in your story. Am I wrong? This is why you finally noticed this place and why you are sitting here before me right now, to get unstuck and move on. No, you're not going to find inspiration in alcohol. Well, not really. Some drugs can indeed enhance your cognitive capabilities and give you a new outlook on the world, giving you the impression of knowledge and inspire you in a way. But that's not what this place is about. Well, the ambience of the Black Veil is indeed perfect to help one focus on one's work, but you're not going to start writing here. You won't have to dig deep into your brain to find a solution. You won't have to spend hours here reflecting, trying to figure a way out of your writer's block. For me to explain what will happen next, I need to know a little bit more about this problem of yours. Are you unsure on how to end your story? What places your characters should visit next? What dilemma they are facing? Should you kill one of them or not? Should they fall in love? Tell me, dear writer. I am all ears. All this may seem peculiar to you, a bit weird, even mad, but you are desperate, aren't you? You've been stuck for days, weeks, maybe even months, unable to write, scared of the blank page that's resting on your desk, trembling at the simple idea of taking your pen in your hand or opening your laptop, facing the white and luminous screen in front of you, or please, don't tell me you write on your smartphone. Thank goodness. Some people do, and I guess I shouldn't be judging each of their own, right? But I've always been fascinated by them. Jotting down a few ideas in there, sure, by all means, but a whole book on such a small screen, typing with your thumbs only. That's sorcery, if you ask me. How I miss the times when authors would come in here, paper, quills, and bottles of ink under their arm, eager and ready to write masterpieces you folks still study to this day. But I digress. You are stuck and desperate, so you're willing to do anything to find a solution, even listening to me and indulging in my shenanigans, aren't you? Perfect. Now, oh, right. The quill and ink thing will be discussed later. I promise. Everything will make sense to you. But for now, you need to tell me what your problem is. I am all ears. Go on. I see. Right. Interesting. She didn't. Oh, goodness. Well, that's quite the dead end you found yourself in. No, I'm not going to give you the answers to all your questions. I am no artist. I'm not made for creation. I am more of a enjoyer of the arts, a facilitator, if you will, a patron who offers something far more valuable than money to hopeless creators like yourself. Now, from what you just told me, your narrative problem lies in one peculiar character, this Madeleine. Am I correct? She seems to be holding all the answers to your questions on how to keep going with your story. True? I see. Dear author, what if you could have a conversation with her? You've tried. I know, you all do. You lie somewhere quiet and dark, hoping that the shadows will whisper all the answers to your ear. You envision your characters, the places you've created, thinking that your mind alone will be able to find a solution. The solution. But it doesn't work like that, does it? If it did, you wouldn't be here in the first place. What I am offering you today is to really meet this Madeleine of yours, this character that you seem to love to death but infuriates you at the same time. Because she holds all the keys to all the different doors of your story and won't share them with you. No, I'm not messing with you. And if you think I really do, please, feel free to leave. But if you do, you'll never be able to find this place again, even if you have a change of heart. That's what I thought. You're not 100% sure, but the desperation, the anguish you've been experiencing for quite some time now are so strong that you have no other choice but to stay, to try, because you have nothing left to lose but your sanity. Oh, believe me, I can feel your dreadful emotions pouring out of your pores. So deliciously unsufferable, so temptingly agonizing. I'm sure I could taste them by just licking your skin, by letting my tongue trail on your flesh. Alas, I am not allowed to do that, I'm afraid. So, what say you, dear author? Would you like to meet Madeleine? How would that work? That's where I come in. From what you told me, I will craft a unique drink that no one has ever drank or prepared before. A drink suited to your peculiar problem and needs. A drink that would lift the black veil in your mind and allow you to meet your character. Now, humor me for a second and try to imagine that all I'm telling to you is true and will actually happen. You're an author, I'm sure you can easily do that. Good. See? You're buying it. That's good. It's always better for the artist to believe in what's to come. Makes things easier for me and for you. Rules they are, indeed. I'm not just going to send you somewhere and let you do anything you want. That would be madness. You drink your cocktail, and slowly you feel things change around you, but at the same time, everything will remain the same. A strange feeling that may make you feel uneasy or uncomfortable, but that will fade away in seconds. I promise. I'll still be here, yes, but at the same time, it won't be me, but rather a projection your mind will create of me. I won't talk to you, I won't look at you, I won't interact with you at all. Why be here then? Because a bar without a bartender looks a little bit odd, don't you think? Next, on the stool on your right. Yes, this very one. Your character will sit here. She'll look exactly like you imagine her in your book. She'll have the same voice, the same accent, the same attitude and demeanor. She will order a drink and then turn to you. I know, looks like a situation from a fantasy novel. Exciting, isn't it? As soon as she locks eyes with you, that's when you can start talking to her, not before. Why? Characters are easily spooked creatures. They'll disappear if you talk to them before they give you permission, and looking at you is their way to signal you consent for a conversation. Understood? You can talk with her as long as you'd like. Time behind the veil runs differently than here. It has no impact in this world, so if you stay there 3 hours, you'll come back here at the same time you drank your cocktail. Is that clear enough? Good. Now, while talking to her, you won't be able to move, or I should say, you won't be able to stand up and walk around the bar. You have to stay on your stool, no matter what happens, no matter what she offers you. This is very important. What will happen if you do? You'll be stuck behind the veil for eternity with Madeleine and my projection as only company. And believe me, you don't want that. One last rule, as important as the previous one. Never, ever look behind you. You can look at me and at Madeleine, but never what's happening behind you. Understood? What's behind you? You hear people, or at least voices, just like in a regular bar. You think the place is crowded with patrons, but the reality is quite different, grimmer and bleak. If you look behind you, not only will you stay stranded there, but your soul will be devoured by whomever is sitting behind you. So no peeking, even if Madeleine asks you to. Why would she do that? Excellent question. Characters, even the most hideous ones, are all fond of their creators. Meeting you for Madeleine will be a dream come true. She knows who you are, of course, and more than that, she knows everything there is to know about you and much more, because she was molded and refined in your mind, because she comes from the deepest and darkest parts of your psyche, because, in a way, she is a part of you. She wants to stay with you forever. Why? The relationship between an author and its characters is quite complex. You should know this better than I do. Some manage to let them go very easily and jump from one story to another. Others can't let go, to the point that they can't write anymore and will only publish one and only book. And some of those just go plainly mad. How so? Well, take Robert Howard, who thought that King Conan was coming to him at night, forcing him to write new adventures, threatening him with an axe. That's a perfect example of the influence a character can have on its creator, but also the deep need for a character to never, ever let go of its author. Madeleine will probably try everything she can to make you stay with her forever. How to avoid that? Well, follow the rules I told you and find the answers to your questions. As soon as she'll answer the last one, you'll come back here, your head full of ideas and ready to go back to work. Now, tell me, do you wish to meet your character? Good, very good. I'll start preparing your drink then. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. How much? You mean, how much am I asking of you for this service? With great regrets, nothing. You owe me nothing. I would have loved to tell you that I would take a part of your soul and eat it in front of you, making you feel excruciating pain, a distress so big your heart would probably not be able to handle and just stop beating. But no. All this is for free. How so? This is part of my punishment. See, I used to roam the world and devour artists' minds and souls in exchange for one final grandiose idea. An idea so big, so revolutionary that it would leave their name in the brains of mankind forever. Some I've followed for years, savoring their soul bit by bit, driving them into madness until the final day. Others I would spare because I have feelings too. But these days of intellectual debauchery are gone for me. And now I can only help artists and never get anything in return. I see there's still a hint of skepticism in your eyes. But thank you for pretending to believe me. I'm sure that when you come back from your little conversation with Madeleine, you definitely know all this is real. What have I done to deserve that? You mean me working for free? I have stolen something extremely valuable to my boss. A soul he cherished so that he never ate it himself. And so, like so many of my sentenced sisters, I run this place to help mortals such as yourself to find inspiration and create their hearts and minds away. Oh yes, there are other places like this one, bars and cafes with unique services. Some tend to human psyche, others to souls crossing to the other world, all tended by sisters of mine, who are also serving a sentence, some longer than others, for a myriad of different reasons. And here you are. Before you drink, remember all the rules. Wait for eye contact, do not leave your seat, and never look behind you. What will happen now? As I told you, nothing but a strange feeling of change and no change at all. A shift in worlds, a displacement of realities. You'll see the black veil rise in front of you and let you in a place where you finally meet your dearest character. Now, please, enjoy your cocktail and say hi to Madeleine for me.